Okay, maybe start again. Thanks for that. It'll be broken for every input. That's going to be annoying. Okay, so yeah, plan for today. I'm a bit flustered this evening. Plan for today is to do some tidy up on the Showtime app I've been writing. So a couple of extra pages in the web UI in PureScript, one or two new API endpoints in Haskell code, and if you get time, maybe a bit of CSS as well. So that's planned for today. Let me go split. I'll have to fix the audio as we go. No, that's working. That's cool. Okay, so this is where we are at the moment. We can show the upcoming episode, which shows the host, the participants, and the topics, and you can select topics and you can clear the topic, which is all good. And then we can edit the stored list of topics as well. So on this page, we're almost done. I just want to add the ability to set a topic which is not one of the suggestions. That should be very quick to do because the API should be unchanged. But I also want to add something to manage the participants, the people. So the list of hosts, the list of participants. They'll require a new page in PureScript, and it will also require a new API endpoint. Yeah, whenever I get that done, I'll have a quick look at Tailwind and see if we can put some styling in place and just get some basic layout going. Was there anything else I wanted to do? Oh, you can't cancel an upcoming episode. I might look at that as well. But it's really just these little sort of tidy up things. The bulk of the API is already there. Okay, if I switch to here, does the audio keep working? It does, good. I can go away then. Okay, so let's start with adding any old topic. So just a little bit of, just a text box here basically and a button, and it will just set the topic to any string that's typed in. Okay, so if I go to upcoming episode, this file, probably also need to start Spago. Okay, I think that's running. So when we're laying out the main page here, here, we render the topics, and this, somewhere down here, shows the suggested topics if we have them. Is that right? No, okay. If we have a topic, we render it. If we don't, we render suggested topics. So it'll be in the suggested topics, this block, where I want to put the new sort of free form type anything in. So we got our UL, which is showing the suggestions, but maybe we want some kind of input here. And how does input work? There are no docs. Okay. It's probably not just that. Let's see. Oh, not known for start. So maybe it's just that. Okay, so the type of input, sorry, down here. Oh, it's not telling me its type. Okay, let me find browser. I'll have a look. So input, which is, I don't want an event type, or maybe it's not an input. Maybe it's something else. Let's look for button, which would be somewhere in halogen. No. Wow. Okay. Text area. PureScript halogen text area. That will do. Okay, it's not a text area I want though. Just going to have a look and see what else we've got in this file. So we don't have input. I guess I could use text area. But it doesn't seem quite right. If it wasn't called input, what would it be called? trying to guess at the names of things. So it's not a header. It does have input. Okay, for all WI, leaf, HTML input, WI. But it just takes no arguments. It's the key thing there. No, I take that back. Leaf is an argument. Sorry, that's a list of props. Okay, so I should be able to write that. Okay. What does it look like? It looks like nothing. That's good. Spike, would you build it though? Oh, cached. Okay, so there we have a thing we can type into. Can I put some placeholder in there? So we can say HP dot placeholder. I'm not sure we can. Is placeholder a function? This will be halogen properties. And this has got nothing for placeholder that I can see. Maybe I'll just search for it. Oop, not like that. This is a placeholder. Okay, cool. So I can say placeholder takes a string and it'll be or any arbitrary topic. Okay, need to import that. Hopefully it can do it for me. Yes, it's properties I want. Okay, go back here and reload it, or any arbitrary topic, so we can say a new topic. And then what do? We want some kind of submit or change. We had this before, didn't we? Create a topic. So let's have a look at how topics works. So I get the feeling this was a little bit awkward. We wanted a on value input. Oh yeah, on value input called set new topic, and that modifies the state. And then create is where we read it out of the state. And then we post it. So we'll have to do something similar. I'll need to do something in the state. So as you're typing, okay, we won't post these lines. So as you're typing, I'll update the state. And then when you click a button, is there a button for topics? No, it must have been like a submit or something. Did I wrap a form around it? I did wrap a form around it, okay. All of this then, I want. So at this point, just paste that in. Oops. Okay. It's not going to be create topic, but it's going to be sort of set arbitrary topic. We'll create a label. I'm not going to create a label, I don't think. That what I do want is the input tag, and here it's not going to be new topic. Well, we can call it new topic actually, that's a reasonable name for it, but we do want the placeholder as well. Let me just grab this, Okay, and then get rid of the original. I think that's right. It is not right. I'm missing one of these. Okay. So we're going to need actions for set arbitrary topic and set new topic. So in actions here, we're going to have a new topic. Was it set new topic? Set new topic. And set arbitrary topic. Arbitrary topic. I should have picked something easier to spell. Okay. We don't have from maybe. We don't have this in the state yet either. So I need to put it in, but let's do from maybe first. Okay, we don't have state. Oh, that's really irritating. I need to pass the state in everywhere. So when we render episode, and that doesn't pass the state in, it just passes in the upcoming episode. Oh. So I need to feed this in everywhere, I think. So state goes into there. Actually, I can't call get at this point because down here I'm running under halogen M state action, whatever. It's not what I'm running under when I'm rendering, so I don't have access to state at that point. I have to pass it in explicitly. So we'll have a state here, and we'll pass into render topics. And when we call render episode, where is this going? Render episode takes state as the first argument, and then the episode is the second argument, but only if it's present. Like that. Okay. So render topics. Actually, I might call it state because I called it state above. Okay, render topics. Now is going to take a state, an episode, so that'll take a state here, and render just topics, and here we're going to pass a state in as well. So render just the topics will now take the state. Now that's got a state. Okay, where's my error? Ah, good. Error's where I want it to be. So we're not handling these two new actions yet. Oh, scroll too far. Okay, so we had set topic, set new topic, I think it was. Undefined and set arbitrary topic. Arbitrary topic. Okay, I guess that's kind of good. Don't know what undefined means. Right, set arbitrary topic is just something like h.modify, and then oops. Hang on a second. So we got s passed in here. Just going to copy it from here. It's going to be quicker. So it's modify, and then given some state, we set it to be just s. write it with this underscore? I wonder. So I don't need to name the argument state. Let's find out. And saying the arbitrary topic is a lot more involved. So this will be select topic. T at this point is, I'm going to find out. It's clear topic. Oh, select topic was there. Sorry. Select topic takes a string. So I should be able to say select topic. Yeah, choose names you can spell. There's a book I saw recently called Naming or something like that, which I haven't bought yet, but I wonder it's got a chapter on things that are easy to spell, and particularly things that are easy to spell for international teams. Because I imagine arbitrary is not a very common word that people learn when they're learning English. Okay, what's happening here? We're going to do a couple of things. We need to get, so our state is something like is.get. Again, I'm going to copy this. State.get. Oh, want to prevent a default as well. Oh, okay, so I'm passing in the event so I can prevent the default. Okay, I'll need to update my definition of set arbitrary topic. I'm going to get my state back, and then I'm going to say it's a maybe. So I can say something like from maybe. And if there is nothing, then I can just say pure unit. So we don't do anything if there's nothing in this field, this topic field. But if there is something, then I want to call select topic with it, and that's on s.newTopic. Okay. That's easy to fix. I can just import event. Set new topic. What do they call it? I think call it set new topic. It takes a string, and this takes an event. I think that's the right thing. Okay, so now we can't match. What are arguments for from maybe? So it takes a default value and a maybe value. I don't want from maybe, I want maybe. Sorry. Okay, I think that's better. Right, so now we should get the problem with it. The state doesn't contain a new topic, basically. New topic is maybe a string. And then when I initialize it, you say new topic is nothing. Okay, and next error, could not match type. Where I put this, I put it inside a DD. So this should not be a list. Okay, no errors. So in theory, if I just pop back here, load the page. So this or any arbitrary topic, so say new topic. Here we go. Topic is a new topic. I just reload the page to make sure that's still the case. And duplicate, tab, and it's something like / upcoming episode. There it is. It has indeed set the topic to be a new topic. Let's go and I can clear it, and it goes back to here. Okay, so that's, I think, the final thing for this page. So you can pick a selected topic, that still works, right? Or you can type a new thing in here. Naming things. Okay, that's all cool. Okay, I'm going to do a new page. So we've got upcoming episodes and topics. I'm going to do participants, or cast, I guess. So main.birds. What happens if you make a topic that already exists? What do I want to happen? Don't know. What will happen? It sets it on the episode, but it doesn't store it anywhere, so it shouldn't matter. So if I go here, we just have topic as new topic. The fact it's the same as suggested is just coincidence, I think, because if you get the list of topics back, it doesn't appear here. I mean, the original one does, but the new one doesn't. So I think typing in an arbitrary thing that's the same as a suggested topic or a pre-existing topic doesn't have any effect. It's only setting it on the upcoming episode. Okay, it's a good question. I think I'm happy with that behavior. One thing I was thinking, maybe slightly separate from this, but maybe it would be nice to save the topic so that even if you type it in here and then clear it, it would be nice to go and set that topic. But I wasn't going to do that yet. Out of curiosity, if I create a topic that already exists, oh, it does just create the duplicate? Yeah, it does. Okay. I should probably dedupe topics as I create them as well, because that would be the correct behavior. But anyway, okay, new page. So in the main, we're going to have a new page, which is the cast page. Text for this will be cast. So we need to do all sorts of things. So we need to do cast page. You can say for all queries, h.slot that query void unit. We need to create a proxy. I don't really understand what this is. It's a proxy cast page. It's a page, a new page, which is cast page. Okay. And if the current page is a cast page, then we want to use, the cast page, cast unit, cast page, and nothing to initialize it with. What this is used for, but anyway, let's fill it in. Show current page of cast page is cast. Now, this isn't going to work because we don't have cast.pers. So let's create a cast.PureScript, and we'll just take a look at topics because it's going to be kind of similar. So we will just grab this, I guess, as a kind of starter. Okay, we don't have topic over that, so the actions will only be initialized for now. The state, we want, we're going to host some participants, but let's do hosts, which is an array of host, and host for now will just be a string. No input into this. And then this is the cast page. Oh, my cursor's gone funny. Okay, just initialize. Initialize takes input state, and then we can say hosts is empty. Then render, we will show hosts, but that's all. Before we need to export, cast page. Okay, why can you not parse this? Because I can put a capital H. Okay, I need to import a load of stuff to make this work. So, import from Halogen. Is that where we get it from normally? Yes. Okay, next one, monadaf. Effective classes, right. Next one, HH, which should be Halogen HTML. And then, oh, we don't have a handle action. I'll copy that because the type signature is a bit complicated. Just drop it in here. So case of initialize, we'll do nothing. And here to maybe, how close we're getting. State was just not used. Okay, can I call it that instead? Okay, that all works. Back to, oops, not there, back to main. Unknown value cast, and that's because up here I call it cast page. Unknown value cast page, I thought I did that. Oh, I didn't import it. Okay, no errors. Okay, we got cast, and it says hosts. Cool. Okay, so the initializing this should go and load the participants and the hosts. I guess we could start by just loading them and then displaying them on the page. Participants is also an array of strings. I think strings are probably fine for this. I can create new types, or I could create type aliases, but I'm not sure it would really help at this point. Participants should also be an empty list, empty array, sorry. Okay, the initialize, no, let's grab it from topics. We're going to do this stuff. So essentially, we're going to get cast. Let's try that. Then we're going to decode it into something. Let's push the type inference a little bit. So we're going to decode it into something, but we're going to say that something whatever it has, we're going to say hosts equals res.hosts and participants is equal to result.participants. Let's not call it res, let's call it cast. Something weird with the cursor today. And if it doesn't work, oh, we are going to log it. We'll log the whole cast, see what we get back. Okay, need to import Ajax Web and then Ajax response format. And then the constructors for either. And then console log. And this comes from Argonaut. Also we got log show, also comes from console log. And right. It did not work it out. Okay. Not surprising. So I want a type here that's got hosts and participants, which is actually what the state is. So maybe let's cheat and say we'll decode it directly into state. So it's not modify, it's going to be put, I think. No. What would it be called? It is called put, but no underscore. Okay. That's enough for it to work out what the type should be, because it should be state, which contains hosts and participants, and we'll just directly put that into state. This will break down if we ever have more stuff in the state, but for now it should be okay. This should not work. So if I inspect here, console, clear that, reload this page, go to cast, there was an error. Not that surprising, but there is no endpoint for /cast. So back to the API. We want some more routes in here. So we've got topics route, we can have cast routes, which is this named route thing, and we hit cast, then we're going to say named routes, and then cast API.routes, which I need to write. And also down here, cast routes is cast API.server. Okay, so this is going to be in cast and then API. Let me cast API.hs. Give that a second, so we'll bring that in, and then, oops, not there, I need to go to Cabal, and I need to add cast.api. I kind of wish you didn't have to do this every time you added a module. Okay, from here we'll export routes and server. I think that's right. Let me look up API from topics. Oh, it's a type routes, sorry, and then the server function. So the type routes here, we will have get cast, and it's that, and it's going to return a cast. But is it going to return a cast? I could use new type, that's correct. Although it doesn't really seem worth it. These things we will import from servant, type operators, import some servant, import this from cast. What's going on here? Kinds, okay. Import this from cast. Okay, and then server had this funky type, didn't it? Do that. So we will need storage. Server comes from servant generic. Didn't need to do that. Try it again. Just import it qualified. App comes from application. Handler comes from servant. And this comes from servant. Named routes comes from servant. Okay. The only thing we have in our routes is get cast. And this will just be temporarily undefined. Okay, so before I implement that, I just want to have a quick look at this cast type, which has got cast host and cast participants. And it's to JSON is just a default. There's no encoding. I might to tweak that bit because it's going to come back as cast host and cast participants, and I want to drop the word cast out of there. So it would then just say host and participants, lowercase host as well. But if I do that, it's not what I want, because I want a list of hosts and a list of participants. Okay. So not really the right type. So let me do my own type here, which is going to be, call it cast members. And it's going to be a record with hosts, which is a list of hosts, and participants, which is a list of participants. And then we should be able to import these things. Okay, and this is going to return a single cast members. Okay, and here we want to say deriving stock show and equal, just because why not, and also generic. So let's import generic. Okay, and then I can say instance to JSON of cast members. I need to import to JSON from ASIN. Okay, so now I need to just do the work to get the cast. So in topics, how did this work? So it handle something. I might do that, just because we don't have a function that already returns this thing of type cast members. So we will say handle get cast, and here we'll say get cast is handle we'll get cast, there are no arguments, they should be fine. Monoleo we need to import. It's not going to return no content, it's going to return cast members. Okay. What's the problem here? Oh, string to that. There's no string. That's why. We don't take an argument. Okay. Just set that to be undefined for a second. Okay. Oh, hi Bongo Cat. Welcome to the stream. I hope you learned some fun Haskell and PureScript. Okay. There's no S. So what I'm going to do here, I want to find something in cast storage which will load the hosts and load participants. And then I want to just turn them into a cast members thing. So we look at storage for cast. No, try it again. Storage for cast, but from API this time. We have load hosts and load participants. So I guess it just call those two things. So here we can say hosts comes from storage.load hosts. Will we import that? I don't know. Participants comes from storage.load participants. And then we can say pure of cast members of hosts and participants. Okay. So in theory, that should be enough to serve this API endpoint. Yeah, I'm going to regret this, but let's have a look at its hint. Okay, I'm not sure that's easier to read. But you can see what it's doing. So we load the hosts, we partially apply it to cast members, and then we use the functor application to get the participants back and pass it in as a second argument to cast members. Not sure. I prefer that to explicit loading of hosts and participants. But anyway, I digress. Errors, right. Cast API routes, so let's import that. Now we've got 5 errors. Okay, it can't use generic for something. Okay, somewhere in here, in the API for cast, we're using something which doesn't understand generic, doesn't implement generic, doesn't derive generic. I don't know what it is. Is it going to be one of these? The host or participants, maybe. So this returns a host. No, that looks fine. It's got an instance. And participant here looks fine as well. Okay. So not that. What else have we got? We have a to.json instance. We shouldn't need a from.json instance because it's never been passed into us. The routes, do we need anything in the routes? Yes. Need to derive generic on this type as well. Stock generic should be fine. We don't need a new type generic. Okay, that cleared up the errors. So somewhere I'm running the API. Let's see if we can recompile it. Okay, it says it's running. Let's pop back here. If I just go and have a look at cast, look at that. This is horrible. I need to format this better. But apart from the encoding of this, it kind of works. Need to fix that encoding. Okay. So the encoding for that will come from here. And I told it to unwrap unary records. I don't know what its problem is. Unwrapping unary records should check away to get host when we JSON encode a host. That doesn't seem to be working when I'm encoding a host, a list of hosts as part of cast members. I wonder why. If I change this, so instead of returning cast members, I'll return just a list of hosts. I'll turn this into being just list of hosts. List of hosts, maybe. And then I can just tell it to load the hosts. Restart the API. Go to this page. So that works okay. So just straightforward encoding of a host into JSON gives the right answer. And I'm going to guess that if I change this to be participant, and up here it needs to be participant. And it should be load participant. I'm going to guess that that also looks right. Yes, okay. So that's fine. The problem's coming when instead of being participant, it's going to be cast members. So I make this go away. If I make this say cast members, so I can say hosts comes from storage.load hosts, and then I can say pure of cast members hosts and then nothing. So it only contains hosts. And here we have hosts, but inside here it's being encoded in a crappy way. In the upcoming episode, it's got a list of participants. So here we call get episode. It returns an episode, and an episode contains a cast, which contains participants. So this has just got instant to JSON of cast, but somehow that's encoding it correctly. Oops. Don't know what that command was. Oh, but here I did custom encoding. Right. Maybe I'll try just using a custom encoding on the cast members. So where cast members is, and then we can say hosts is equal to cast members.hosts. Might as well do participants while here. So this is, oh, let's sort it as well. Come on, why not? And this is cm.participants. Participants. Okay, let's import to encoding. Let's import that. I need to import a symbol and then list as L. Oh, and hosts are not implementing orderable, except that now they are, because deriving things is great. Okay, so now we got a custom encoder for hosts and participants. So restart the API. And it looks better. Okay, host is now a list of host names, participants I haven't loaded. So let me put them back in. And it wanted to say, this is how it wants to write it, I think. Oops. Stories.load participants. Okay, back here, restart it. Okay, so it's running. Okay, so this now looks like the correct data. So what happens if we reload this page and go to cast? It says nothing. So it got cast. Response came back with hosts and participants. Oh, okay. In the PureScript, I'm not actually rendering it. So here in the render, oh, where's it gone? Render, at this point, I just have some text that says hosts. So I want to say something like render hosts with state.hosts. And then another heading, which is participants. I might say it's cast. Just make this a bit smaller. No attributes there, so hh.text. Hosts. Actually, let's just call this render list for now, because it'll look the same. So render list again is going to go from a list of an array of string. Did I make this an array of string before? Yes, I did. Okay, it's going to go from an array of strings to h.components, HTML, action. Oh, something's gone very strange on my keyboard. It's like it's stuck in a numbering mode. What has happened here? Why is... Wow. I've gone into French. How did that happen? That's the most confusing that's happened all day. Okay, We're no longer a French keyboard. Render list. There must be a shortcode which switches keyboard input, keyboard layout. I don't know what it is or how I triggered it. Okay, given some x's, what we want is an hh.ul which contains a list of LIs. So we want to map for each x. We want to say hh.li, and that contains hh.text of the x. Cannot match type. Oh, I haven't told you it's mapping. Sorry, it's mapping x's. And I need some brackets around that. Okay. So in theory, there we go. So it loads the casts and it now displays them. So running out of time for tonight, but what would be good is to add buttons to delete these people, I guess. Maybe a way of promoting a participant to a host and ways of adding new participants or new hosts. But I'm not going to do that this evening because we've been doing this for an hour or so. But yeah, next week I can tie it up. And then I think that's the last piece of API work. So then I'll hopefully look at a little bit of styling. Oh, and the routing, that's the other thing. So when you click on topics, it should be updating the address bar somehow. And then when you load the page, it should look in the address bar, pull out the current page and load that page if it can. So yeah, writing a crappy writer and a little bit more functionality here. So that's the plan for next week. So cool. Thank you very much for watching along. I hope it's been at least mildly diverting. And I'll see you again next week. Goodbye.